the shutdown comes out. Neon down, Jinx down, but here comes
BrokenBlade!
the Nongshim Guillotine! BrokenBlade cutting through G2 as quickly as he can as Caps. Now it's all on him to do it again.
BrokenBlade!
Broken with the Decimate, heals himself back up. Caps with the shot.
It's a pentakill!
It's a Quadra! And BrokenBlade bring down the axe! Looking for the pentakill, can't quite get it now. Wonder trying to get over the wall. BrokenBlade pulls him right back in! A pentakill!
Welcome back to the weekly Rift Review. I'm Frankie Ward, and if you're like me, that Darius Penta has got you itching to pick up the Juggernaut. The only question is whether to get the Dunk Master or God King Darius. But before I get too derailed in skin talk, remember to follow LoL Esports on Twitter to never miss any playoff pentakills. Okay, so returning to Darius, Schalke's BrokenBlade busted out the Noxian commander against G2 in the LEC Playoffs last weekend. Like Rascal's Cho'Gath, Darius was BrokenBlade's Scion counter, bullying the tank non-stop from the laning phase.
She can also get off pretty good recalls herself, but I've got to focus on the top.
Gilius ghosting in, Wonder knockback. Does still have the flash, is going to use it early. Gilius still underneath the tower here. We'll be able to get the kill.
BrokenBlade's Darius not only got everyone watching hyped thanks to that pentakill, but it was also the fire Schalke needed to mount their comeback, pushing the series to all 5 games.
Reckless is down. Schalke somehow have managed to defeat G2, and they will take us all the way to Game 5.
Sadly, that fire was extinguished in Game 5 when G2 banned Darius. And without the axe-swinging top laner, Schalke fell to G2's Lucian-Seraphine combo in a 43-minute slugfest, dropping to the losers bracket to play 5th seed Fnatic, who beat SK on Friday. G2, on the other hand, advances to the LEC Playoffs semi-finals, where they face Mad Lions, who had a banger of a series themselves this weekend. Mad Lions found the only LEC upset of the week, beating 2nd seed Rogue 3-1 on Sunday. But Rogue definitely did not make it easy on Mad, who needed to overcome an infernal soul-empowered Rogue to close out the series.
Is gigantic. Hansama's ulti does so much.
Oh, they charge!
Unstoppable onslaught comes forward. Hansama remains untouched for now, but Kaiser catches him. Kaiser catches him. 2 members of Rogue are put to sleep. Lawson finds one as all of a sudden Mad Lions on the retreat. It is everybody dying, and finally Mad Lions in the advantage. Finally Mad Lions find 4.
Over in the LCS, the mid-season showdown returned this weekend, with TSM and 100 Thieves advancing to the next round of the losers bracket. But while TSM's win over EG was a scrappy brawl, 100 Thieves annihilated Dignitas in a 3-0 blowout, led by their top laner, Ssumday.
Looking for Ryoma now. Could be chased, kiting him away from the team. Shockwave pulls one back. Ryoma is going to stay alive as the Ahri drops instead. Rest of the team shows up, a 1-for-1 of the mid laners. Ulti going to be landing the fear onto Neo. Now it's time to lifesteal. Fake God's nearby, and Closer can't kill him. But here comes the re-engage. FBI is in. 3v3. Volibear onto 3. This on the back lane. QS's flash gets out. Now Huhi's the front line, but his ult's going to end in a second, and he will be shut down shortly. Fake God's shield just barely drops. Restun comes in, and Neo finds the kill. Now it's time for Ssumday, and he's going to have the damage and the chase down. 1v1, Dardoch's going to run, and they're both going to live.
I don't think Ssumday's getting Gnar again for the rest of playoffs. Seeing all the damage he dealt with the champ on Sunday, there was nowhere poor fake god could run without Ssumday's stride breaker Gnar catching up to solo kill him under tower.
Back. Shield bow procs. And Fake got dropped dangerously low and has to kind of run away from Ssumday now, who, yeah, with Stride Breaker, get the chase down. Ult comes across Oranges, and it's Ssumday getting a solo kill. Top difference here for 100 Thieves.
Come game 3 though, it was the rest of 100 Thieves that showed up big, while Ssumday chilled up top playing weak side. If I was TSM, I'd be pretty careful of this 100 Thieves roster, because you know Closer, FBI and Huhi are definitely gunning for revenge after last summer's playoffs. Icon's heading to the playoffs! After a 3-year postseason drought, Icon's finally making his playoff return alongside his new team LNG. But boy oh boy was their path to the playoffs stressful. LNG entered this last week of the regular season fighting for that final playoff spot with BLG. Luckily for LNG, BLG lost on Tuesday, giving them the chance to snatch their ticket in their upcoming match versus Rogue Warriors. And come Thursday, LNG made sure they didn't blunder this opportunity, sweeping Rogue Warriors through some crisp team fighting.
Levels are going to be key for Forge. That's double TP's coming in,
yeah,
man.
they're going for this fight. They're trying to see if they can get this. Iwanti's still alive. Kaishwan might be the first to die on the other side, but look at what Makuya has been able to do. He's been able to split apart Rogue Warriors and be able to shut them down. Haro nowhere to escape. Nobody dies on LNG.
While their Game 1 win was a bit of a team div, Game 2 turned into the Tarzan show, who found nearly every lead for LNG.
I don't think you spotted out. Look at this. Going for this invade onto Haro's Gromp. Trying to see if they can get Iwandi. Zenith Blade over the wall. Could it be able to connect with the spear too? Beautiful placement.
LNG now enters the playoffs from the B side of the bracket, which coincidentally also features second place EGG, meaning we could see a little Griffin reunion between Tarzan and Viper if LNG can make a deep run. Fingers crossed. Speaking of last minute postseason additions, Nongshim Redforce are heading to the LCK Playoffs, snagging their ticket last Saturday after their win over Fredit Brion.
We have our 6th place team in the playoffs. It will be Nongshim Redforce as they take down the 2-0 here tonight against Fredit Brion.
Like LNG in the LPL, Nongshim made sure there were no tiebreakers, sweeping their series in dominant fashion. Fredit Brion could barely play the game without Nongshim's jungler Peanut popping out of the shadows to counter their every play.
But here comes Peanut, as he does have some insane damage himself, and he just pops him like a balloon.
And Fredit Brown's like, that's the last time I try to make any plays.
But Peanut couldn't pitch a 10 in Fredit Brion's jungle without some winning lanes. That's where Nongshim's mid laner Bait comes in, who built himself a little lane kingdom this series.
Instantly, as soon as he backed from Hoya.
This is actually enough damage.
Wow.
Bay's mid lane performance not only earned him an MVP award alongside Peanut, but also a brand new nickname, Bay GG.
저 한마디 해도 되나요?
Can I say something?
배디디보다는 베이가가 나은 것 같아요. 저는.
But I think Bay sounds better than BayDD.
With the LEC Playoffs kicking off last weekend, let's take a look at the global standings. Beginning in the LEC, SK was unfortunately knocked out of playoffs after their Friday loss, leaving 5 teams remaining. Fnatic and Schalke open next week's LEC playoff matches on Friday, with the winner taking on Rogue this Sunday. Cloud9 and Team Liquid return to Summoner's Rift this Saturday to determine the LCS first playoff finalist, while 100 Thieves and TSM face off on Sunday to earn their spot in the semi-finals. The LCK's regular season ended this week, with Damwon Kia, Gen.G, Hanwha Life Esports, T1 DRX and Nongshim Redforce heading to playoffs. The LPL also finished its regular season, with LNG joining RNG, EDG, Top Esports, JDG, FPX, WE, Suning, RA and IG in the Spring Split playoffs. I'm Frankie Ward and sadly we've come to the end of the show. But don't forget to follow LoL Esports on Twitter, where you can help cure my indecisiveness by telling me your favourite Darius skin. I'm looking at you, BrokenBlade. See ya.